Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Gotlegs. Today is the day where I'll attempt a Graspor threshold test. And if you saw my last video, you'll know that I've recently purchased one of these, which is a Graspor device. It basically measures the amount of oxygens in your muscle, and it's basically an alternative to going out and have a lactate test. So you can basically do this instead and get the same values. Do the threshold test. You need to do a warm-up so you get the muscles ready to go, and then you'll do a ramp test. And Graspor have kindly made a Swift test file. So you upload that, set the FTP to 240, and you'll have the steps that you need to go through. But I'll get in some kit right now and get on my Graspor, and then I'll talk you through some of the things that we have to go through.
Something on the wire. There's something in the red.
When taking a test like this, it's important that you're recovered and that you're feeling well. Last time I did this test, I was actually in the beginning of getting ill, so I wasn't 100%, but I'm wearing one of these Whoop bands, so I get a recovery score every morning, and today it was, I think that's 83%. So in the green, that's good for me. So I should be primed to take on this test. So the Graspor is this little device that sits in the sleeve. The sleeve you can compare to your heart rate monitor. So on your heart rate monitor, you have like a plastic thingy that is the heart rate monitor, and then you have the strap. So this is basically the strap for your Graspor. You put this on your thigh, and then there's a little arrow that indicates a line that you should align with the middle of your knee. So give or take mid-thigh, middle knee, you're good to go. As you can see, it kind of sticks out, and it's a bit bulky, but once you have it on, you really don't notice it that much, unless you're really thinking about it. But it doesn't look pretty, so you're out doing your Instagram photos and all that. Maybe not wear it or take it off, but now it's on and we're ready to get on the bike.
It keeps me satisfied. You've got it in my head. Stars have got it in my eyes. And somehow in the dark, you found me. You brought me to the light. And it feels like love. It feels like love, and it won't be enough, but it feels like you might be the guy for me.
So right now into the warm-up. The warm-up that Graspor recommends is that you have 10 minutes of light riding, so basically zone 1, just getting the legs functioning. Then you do 2 sets of 3 minutes progressive. So you start at your zone 2 or so, and then you gradually, throughout the 3 minutes, end up just around your FTP. After that, you take a 2-minute break and then you repeat it. So 2 times 3 minutes progressive, ending at around FTP. Then you have probably 5 minutes of easy spinning. And then you do 2 sets of, or 2 10-second sprints, not full out, just around 80-90% of your max for 10 seconds. Probably with 2 minutes rest, 2 to 3 minutes rest in between. And then you're basically warmed up for the test. So after you do that, maybe take like 5 minutes before entering your test. Right now I'm at 9 minutes in to the warm-up, so I'm starting the first progressive interval right now, for 30 seconds time, and hopefully that will help get the body ready for this.
It's not like me to fall. It's really not my style. It's not like
So the warm-up done right now. I've done the progressive intervals, I've done the sprints, just rolling off right now. And the thing is that when you do the Graspor test, it's a RAM test. Start out at 150 watts, do that for 4 minutes, and then you increase the wattage for 30 watts and 4 minutes. So you go from 150, 180 to 10, to 40 to 70, yada yada yada, in 4 minutes in each section. And the thing is that they recommend that you don't take your hands off the handlebars, so the amount of footage from the test is going to be lacking, because I can't really turn off the camera or turn on the camera. What you see right here is the end of the warm-up. Then on the Graspor app and in Swift, I'll go to the test, start that out, and as soon as we hit the start of the test, I think you have 2 or 3 minutes at zone 1 or something to begin with. As soon as the test starts, I push threshold test on the Graspor app, and then it's just go. So not that much footage right now. So the next time you'll see me, I'll probably be close to dead, but having ended the test. So see you in around 30 minutes. Wish me luck. The test is done. It's always hard taking a test, but I felt I did good. So when you end the test, you press the button on your Graspor app, and then it basically sends a file to Graspor that then within 24 hours reply with your training zones, where you have your zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where your threshold is, and where your fat max is. So right now it's just a waiting game until I get an email from Graspor saying that my numbers have been updated. So for now we have to wait, and I'll be back when we have the results in. All right, so the results are in. This is about, it's been what, two and a half hours since I did my test. And I got an email from Graspor telling me that they had analyzed the data and come up with the results. So I'm gonna try to put it up somewhere here. My watt zones are zone 1, 0 to 158 watts, not bad. Zone 2, 158 watts to 175 watts, so that's not the biggest zone. That's around, what is it, 17 watts of a difference between the low and the max. Zone 3 is 175 watts to 234. Then I have a zone 4, which is around the threshold, which should equal 234 to 299, so just below 300. And then a zone 5 from around 300 and up. My thresholds. So the aerobic threshold is 184 watts, meaning that the interval of threshold would be around 164 to around 194 watts. And my anaerobic threshold, which is what most of us would call FTP, is around 283 watts. I'm not really surprised. 283 is around what I did in my last test, so that's pretty much on point. You can also go into the profile type, where I'm an anaerobic rider, which means that I'm good at riding at a pace that's below or above my FTP, which I do. I am a sprinter / puncher. So one of the things that I'm going to focus a lot on is increasing my aerobic threshold, which is the fat max area, to see if we can get it above 200. Let's do that. And also the anaerobic threshold, I'd like to throughout the season end up at around 315 watts. Also, this is a test done indoors, so That means that when you head outside, you'll usually see some sort of better output. At least I have that. I have an output that's around 20 or 10% better outdoors than I have indoors. But this is the baseline, and this is what I have to train for this time. So let's see if we can get the anaerobic threshold over 300 within this year, and the aerobic threshold above 200. They also give you some ideas for training. They call it training inspiration. So 2 to 3 hours of zone 2 in my case. 2 sets of 20 minutes around AET, which is the aerobic threshold, with an RPM less than 70, and 10 to 15 minutes in low zone 2. So that's just some of the inspirations that they've given me. So that's the end of the test and the video for now. If you have any questions for me regarding Graspor, hit them up in the comments below, and I'll see if I can make a good reply to that. I'm not a Graspor expert at all, but take a look at Graspor. I'll include links down below as well in the description. So that's it for me for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, watch the other videos, and until next time, bye.